Alrighty, folks, we're going to talk to somebody who's been in the game for 30 plus years, works with hundreds of investors each and every year. He is a friend of mine, friend of the channel. You might know him as Uncle Steve. What's going on, Mr. Steve?
Man, just living the dream. Still working at Velocity Mortgage Capital, so all the ideas and topics we discussed on this channel, that of my own. Just kind of wanted to intertwine
Throw that
that,
in,
just
weave that in there.
so it's
That was well
easier.
done.
Yeah, yeah.
Well done. Well
But
done.
otherwise, no, we're cranking, man. We're really doing a good amount of volume this month because with the July promotion, and again, I'll kind of want to tie it in a little bit of
Sure.
marketing, but free appraisals basically on residential properties, 4 units and under. Other than our fix and flip product, we're paying for the appraisal. So
Nice.
if you're on the fence about a property and as far as property value, maybe not supporting the purchase price or close to it,
Get Uncle Steve to pay for it.
roll the dice and play with house money. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
There
come
you
up
go.
and so
like
7-Eleven. Anyway, so
There you go. Well, let's get into the topic because again, you and I have
yeah.
been talking for 5 years. You're one of my dearest friends, but I want to step back and kind of pick your brain because again, you work with hundreds of investors every year, and you've been in the
Mhm.
game for 30 years. So if you were to think about maybe the top 3 or top 5 traits of the successful investors, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about the successful investors you've worked with? And by successful, I mean they do multiple transactions with you. They're there every year. They're not
Mhm.
a fly by night, one and done.
Mhm.
But when you think about the successful investors that do it right, what's the first thing you think about?
Man, that's a good question. Um, I think it's a combination of stuff, but it's just uh, I would say obviously I wouldn't say almost obvious stuff, but I mean knowing the information as far as like knowledge wise, but consistency, leveling up on your education, um, not
Well,
panicking because again, knowledge is power. So you kind of know what's
yeah. Well,
really going on
I
and
want to
not looking
peel.
at surface information.
I want to peel the onion a little at a time. So don't give us
Okay,
everything at once.
sure.
But I got these down
Yeah.
because consistency.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. No matter what you want to do, you want to lose
Uh-huh.
weight, you want to be better at this, better at that. It all boils down to you said consistency. I'll tweak it to discipline.
Yeah. Showing up.
It's like at some level, like how bad do you want it?
Hmm.
Are you just talking, or are you actually in the arena? Right? Are you the
Hmm.
man in the arena, or are you just somebody in the crowd?
Hmm.
So I think discipline is definitely something I see out there in other successful investors. But I want to go to the next
Agreed.
one.
Agreed. 100%.
You had education,
Hmm.
right? I think that is so valuable because even, I think about our journey and, I've paid to go to events and I'm always looking for that one or two things to take away.
Right.
But, that California crash, session I went to with Bruce Norris sent us on an entirely new trajectory. And I didn't think we were going there.
Hmm.
And, yeah, just talk about the importance of just always, I don't know if it's education or always being curious.
Right.
Like you just, at least in real estate, you never know it all, right?
Right. I mean, you typically try to focus on a particular specialty, unless I don't know, somehow you're successful being a jack of all trades. Most people aren't,
Yeah,
and
no.
so sometimes that particular strategy might dry up because in our business things are cyclical, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure all those Airbnb people several years ago were like crushing it and like geniuses and found this whole. Now it's like that's some right, some trouble with that. So it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of cycles. So when you know that things can change, the continued like you said, curiosity. I think more so just being prepared because being fluid and being able to adjust or pivot, I think, is so important. So having multiple irons in the fire, kind of a thing, never hurts, right? So yeah, the consistency, the education, the curiosity, I think that's just all part of the trait of like a good investor, because
Yeah.
again, I think that's just a combination of all that into one person is really what makes somebody successful or not. So but yeah, continue.
Yeah, the next one you had was not panicking, and I'm actually going to tweak that subtly as well. The best investors I see, and I try to live this myself, is we're never too high or never too low.
Right.
Right. Because if you're living in a world where you're up one day and down the next day and up the next day and down, it's going to be really hard. But if you can stay with inside a tighter band,
Hmm.
life is frankly more enjoyable. And
Right.
it doesn't feel like you're working out, right? Because if you're up one day and down the next day and up, I mean, it's got to feel crazy and
It
nauseating. So
Oh yeah, I mean it's. I think stress is the silent killer, and
yeah,
if you're always like subconsciously thinking about all that
cortisol.
stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so it's not going to be good overall for your health, but also your mental kind of state of like, oh wait, should I not? So knowing the real numbers, doing the homework, you know what I mean, being the consistent, like running the numbers to really know the base numbers, if it makes sense in that capacity, all this other surface level information shouldn't really impact you if you've done your homework long term as far as understanding what the end result should be. So um yeah, I think that part of not panicking, because again, turn off the TV. The news tends to kind of hype things up and sensationalize things, and they're always late to the party anyway. By the time the information hits the news, so you're
Yeah.
like several steps behind, and you're kind of behind the wave or whatever else, or you just got crashed by the wave because you weren't really doing the homework. So yeah, I think not panicking, but that all comes from the knowledge, right, and the education, and I think the confidence of the consistency, right? If you're showing up every
Yeah.
day and you're doing the right things are just happening how they're supposed to happen. It's just natural kind of, process.
Yeah. Well, you've given us three. I actually noted down three more I want to throw your direction and let you
Sure.
react to. The first one I thought about, and again, I've seen plenty of people fail here, and that's why it's number one for me, is there are so many people addicted to get rich quick, give it to me now. And the successful real estate investors I know with certainty this is a decade, right? They know the first 5 years suck. And, if you're going to get committed to this game, know you're signing up for a decade. And if you go in with the right mindset, you're not surprised when year one and year two suck because you expected it. What do you think of that?
Again, I think with the knowledge education portion, and I think preparation, because again, if you're showing up and doing everything you're supposed to be doing, you should be prepared, and not be panicking with when something like that happens, because you'll be prepared either with resources, reserves, things of that nature. So I think you're able to kind of make those moves that way. But yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. All right. Number two for me, and this one is I really stumbled across this the last couple of years because so many people are rate sensitive. So many people seem to be like, I'm waiting for X. And if that might be true if you're a home buyer, you need
Right.
X to qualify. I get it.
Right.
I'm talking to
Right.
the investors. If you're a real estate investor out there, just write better deals, right?
Agreed.
I wish the cost of capital was 10% for everybody.
Right.
Why? Because motivated sellers would be everywhere.
Right.
And I would be able to get the right cost of capital. I would set up 30-year fixed rate debt like you helped me do multiple
Right.
times.
Right.
And then I would just wait 4, 5, 6, 8 years for rates to get better. And then I would cash out and do better. So again, my deal structures never change. I cash flow day one. I go for the highest cash on cash. I call it yield. And I just think too many real estate investors, frankly, are lying to themselves, right? There's an analogy I used, or actually we used last week that people loved about the fisherman.
Hmm.
This is not about having all the gear and getting to the lake and not putting your pole in the water. I mean, come on,
Right.
guys, if you're either in the game or not. So I think too many people are waiting for rates, which is laziness, in my opinion.
Agreed. Because who can't? That's
Yeah.
like that's the order taker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would agree there. If you again level up your knowledge and you run the numbers, the real metrics that matter, everything else is just noise. And when you know what the real metrics are that matter, you're confident. You don't panic. And so it all kind of circles back into one, makes you confident. You're writing the right deals that make sense, right? The numbers math out, and
Mhm.
numbers don't lie. So
Yeah.
again, having that education to it, and then the discipline to not panic, right? Because you know the
Yep.
numbers, and then to be disciplined to stay in that kind of like, these are my numbers I'm running at. This is my offer. I'm not going to be like emotional about it, right? I'm not gonna, no, this is, and you're not going to panic because these are my numbers. If you stay consistent and those are the numbers that work for you, and there's some competitive whatever else, and you understand the whole market, then it all goes hand in hand. And in the end, that's how I think you really succeed as a true investor. Because
Yeah.
again, you're going to know what numbers really work and not panic
Yeah.
over the noise.
All right, here's a question completely out of right field, folks.
Uh-oh.
What is Mr. Stephen Dow holding in his hand? Did you see him waving something in the video just a second ago? Did you? Oh, you're telling us what it is. He's holding a spoon.
Oh, sorry.
I thought that was funny.
I was gonna
He's
start
like,
to,
why does he have a spoon out of nowhere?
Well, I was
You're
in the
eating
middle
lunch.
of-
I get it.
No. Well, I was gonna be eating some yogurt or something this morning to start off the day, but then I forgot. That's why, I was a little late to our
That's
normal
funny.
recording. So,
Well, I got number 6 for you. This is my third and final one.
Sure.
And that is, being a student of the game around deal structure. And actually, you taught me this. Frankly, Velocity Mortgage taught me this.
right.
And that was something you and I created. I'll say created. We
Mhm.
basically took your 90% CLTV product that Velocity offers and turned it into the investor Swiss Army knife and something we've termed the 50-40-10.
Right.
And again, I learned that at like year 28, right? It's not all about conventional. It's not all about seller financing. Sometimes it's a combination, and the 50-40-10 is the best Swiss Army knife I know of. So shout out Velocity.
Well, agreed. I mean, it's not going to be everything for everybody, but given the right circumstance, motivated seller, obviously, right? Doesn't need all the proceeds from the sale of the property, has enough equity to kind of participate in this kind of concept. But otherwise, I've seen it done. I've done, well over 30 now at this stage, as far as a combination of up to 90% CLTV. As far as the specific 50-40-10, probably about 7 or so.
Yeah.
Just because, again, not everybody's willing to just carry 40%.
Sure. Yeah. Not many sellers are going to say yes to carry 40%, but when you find them, it's beautiful.
And they max out. And I think a good majority of the cash flow from day one with 10% down. So you can't get much better than that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So,
well, again, I think it's really interesting. Real estate investing has been around for hundreds of years. Real estate has produced more millionaires than anything else. And again, I think the wealth journey is about owning assets. For most of us, that means real estate. Maybe it means stocks. Maybe it means crypto. Maybe it means a small business. Who knows?
right.
But at the end of the day, you got to become elite. And the elite operators, the elite real estate investors are disciplined and consistent. They're constantly educating. They do not panic. They don't believe in get rich quick.
Nope.
They are not rate sensitive, and they skill up on deal structures. Stephen, where can people find you?
Email again down below, sdow@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please put the acronym ORAAT to make it past the firewall. Body of the email, maybe brief description, what you're looking for. FICO score would be helpful. Address is going to also be helpful to make sure we lend there. Otherwise, best phone number to reach at, typically 48 to 72 hours, like that phone call. I'll be in touch.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself. Have a good week.
Thank you. You too, man.